in Santa Monica area when I first got out there. And then I went downtown and heard about the mission down there and got fed up a little bit. Ate until I felt a bit satisfied. And then I went out again, and I think I went north a little ways just to Malibu and maybe Will Rogers State Beach. There's a couple little beaches along there, but I didn't go far along the beaches north there before I returned back to downtown again to feed up. And then I went back out to Santa Monica and went south of Santa Monica. The first beaches south of Santa Monica are the Venice Boardwalk's right there, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, Torrance Beach. I forget, maybe one another. Redondo, I think, is there. Just a couple of, maybe 5 or 6 little beaches right there south of Santa Monica. Went back downtown and got fed again. And then I went out below that little strip of beaches is a little knob. It's the knob part of Los Angeles. You got Santa Monica up here, and then that little strip of beaches, and then it has this knob that sticks out. And then you get down here to Long Beach, and that was the next foray, was to walk down that area and ended up at Long Beach around 4th of July when right there at the Queen Mary they had a big outdoor concert with Three Dog Night and Pure Prairie League, I want to say. Oh, my coffee's brewing. Three Dog Night, Pure Prairie League, and the Beach Boys had a big concert there. And then I went back downtown again, downtown Los Angeles area, Mission area, and fed up a bit more, got a little bit full for a while. And the last foray we talked about, the last trip out to the beaches we talked about, I went starting from right there at Long Beach and going south along those beaches. You've got Sunset Beach, Seal Beach, Huntington Beach, Newport Beach, and Laguna Beach. And then the last little city area along the way there is San Clemente. But went back downtown to LA area after that last trip out to the beaches there and ate, got full, and then went back out to go to this last little beach area I'd heard about. People have been talking about it and telling me about it. There's a nuclear power plant near, just south of San Clemente in the area called San Onofre, or San Onofre. And it's fairly well known, I think, but it's located right along the coast there, nuclear power plant. And right below it is a beach that's the San Onofre State Beach or City Beach. I'm not sure if the state or city maintains that little strip of beach there. I guess it's right at San Onofre, if that's a city there. They had like a little visitors area where you could go and see an exhibit showing the nuclear reactors and stuff. And then I went to the beach down below that, and at the end of the San Onofre Beach is an area where the Marine Base Camp Pendleton goes all the way out to the coast there, and from that point onward, Camp Pendleton maintains the beach. So it's no longer under the city or the state's auspices at that point. And because of that, that's also a nude beach. And there'd been several arrests made over the years in that area, apparently, because somebody would complain or whatever, and the police would go down there and try to arrest the people. And the cases, I think, were always thrown out of court because they were beyond the city or the state, whatever. I think it was the city's jurisdiction. Didn't go across the camp borderline there. They couldn't arrest someone in Camp Pendleton. Technically, they were in Camp Pendleton at that point. And so I heard about the beach being there, and I thought I'd go down and check it out and just see what's going on. I mean, young guy, I was in my 20s, and nude beach, yeah, sure, let's go see what that's about. The only problem with that particular beach in that particular area is that, well, like a lot of beaches along Los Angeles, they're at the bottom of a cliff. For some reason, a lot of Los Angeles, or that area of California, goes out to the ocean at maybe 100 to 300 feet above sea level, and then there's a cliff that drops down to where the beach is, right there, running down to the ocean. and usually it's, I don't know, 100-foot wide beach or something. So good, nice beaches, but you almost always have to go down some kind of little walkway or some way to get down to the beach. So number one, you're walking way down from the cliff level to the beach. Number two, oftentimes you're walking up and down the beach, so you're away from, what I'm getting at is you're away from any kind of resources. There's no soda fountains there. There's nobody selling juice or lemonade or anything. Water, there's no water fountain, at least on the San Onofre beach. And some of the other beaches, they do have little vendors or people that are out there that will sell nachos, chips and cheese or whatever, and a soda or beer or something. But right there on the San Onofre Strip is nothing. You go down to the beach, at least in 1981, if you go down to the beach there, you're walking down that long path down the cliff, and then you're walking out onto the beach, and maybe you're walking another 200 or 300 yards, depending on how far you want to walk. Well, the nude beach part was way down at the very end, so yeah, another 100, 200 yards at least. And got all the way down there. I wasn't thinking about fluids when I went down, but before I left, I was definitely thinking about fluids. You dehydrate relatively quickly, especially in the heat of the summer and sweating and whatnot, but it's real dry there too, so you don't notice yourself sweating, but you are sweating because you're losing the moisture from your body as you're heating up and whatnot. But so I went down and got down to the end where it was the nude beach end, and sure enough, people out there naked. And I thought, well, I've come all this far, I guess I may as well do like the rest of the folks. And at that time I wasn't so fat. In fact, I probably was, I went ahead, took off my clothes, left in a little pile, went and jumped in the ocean. Whee! All letting it all hang out there, and it was fun. It was really kind of an unusual experience. I know a lot of people will immediately think, well, like, did you get sexually aroused, and what do you do? How do you cover yourself up or whatnot? And I think you can let yourself get aroused if you think of it that way, but if you don't think of it that way, there's also a way that you can kind of get over that and think of it more in an innocent way, like a child would, of just the feeling of being free and just comfortable. Just be comfortable with yourself and your body and other people's, themselves and their bodies, and not make those kind of sexual kind of judgments. I know a lot of people say, well, I couldn't do that, and our society doesn't teach you to do that. But look at a lot of other societies where there are people walking around half naked, and they're not going around raping everybody or trying to have sex with everybody all the time. It's really a state of mind that you can get yourself into if you let yourself think of it that way. It's a more natural way. So I'm just saying, for the whole naturalist lifestyle, I think that that's okay, and some people are that way. I probably couldn't be that way personally. I'm definitely a little bit kind of on the heavy side now, more so than then, but that would make me feel uncomfortable to be naked and as fat as I am. And so when it's on that level, you definitely are not necessarily looking at it as a sexual thing. You're looking at it more as a confidence thing, or a thing about, how people see you and being concerned about that. So anyway, I'm for clothes too. I think clothes are great. And if you want to stay clothed, that's fine. If you feel like taking your top off or going all natural, I don't think that's a problem either, under certain circumstances. But things change and people change and situations change. But I thought it was just real cool adventure, real nice, no big hang-ups and no trying to think all dirty or bad things about people or trying to judge people. Just being free and happy and feeling like a kid again. A lot of it was gave me the impression about when I was younger and I didn't care. You're a kid, wear clothes, well, I just soon not. So my nude beach experience. Peace.